अरे ठीक से पढ़ो भाई, which are closer to the main answer and which are confusing. So those questions you will be reviewing later. Okay, so if you are going to appear in a competitive exam, and most importantly if your exam has negative marking, then this video is gonna be a lifesaver for you, because in this video I'm gonna tell you how you can avoid negative marking, and we are starting right now. Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Taha Khan. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I share with you clinic and exam related productivity tips and strategies. If this is your first time here, start now by subscribing and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss anything. So first of all, we need to understand the motive behind negative marks. And to understand that, we need to understand the motive of the examiners first, because they are the one who are setting your papers. Now, कोई सा भी exam हो, be it NEET or NEET PG or CAT or GATE or in our case AIAPGET, what the examiner basically wants is to eliminate those students who are less knowledgeable or those students who do not have their concepts cleared. And the best way to do that is to confuse students. So give students more options which are closer to the main answer and which are confusing. Say there is a question in the exam, what is the specific gravity of ethyl alcohol? Now, if I directly ask this question, then a lot of you might already be knowing this. But if I start giving you options like 0.7893 or 0.7983 or 0.8793. So if I start giving you close enough options, then chances are that a lot of you might get confused and end up marking the wrong answer. So in the same way, in your exams, the questions are set accordingly so that only the students who have absolutely clear conception on the topic, on the subject, are able to mark the answer correctly. So here are the top 5 ways using which you can avoid negative marking in your exam. The first point is practice is the key. The more you practice, the better your chance will be to avoid any negative marking. I always keep telling all the aspirants that towards the end of your exam, means few months before the exam, you need to solve as many MCQs as you can. Because the thing is that when you are seeing so many MCQs, you might end up getting common MCQs, means the exact same MCQs, but it has different options. Means the correct answer is one, but the 3 options, they sometimes change. So the more incorrect options you see, the better your chance will be to avoid negative markings. Because just now example that I gave, specific gravity of ethyl alcohol, had you seen all the possible incorrect options for that particular MCQ, chances are that you will end up choosing the correct option in your exam. So solve as many MCQs as you can, practice as many tests as you can before the exam. The second point is that time management eases anxiety. See, if you get anxious, especially in the last minutes of the exam, or most of the time what happens, out of fear of scoring less, what most aspirants do is that they try to attempt questions in the last minute of the exam. And this anxiety will never help you in achieving correct answer. So the last minute should always be spent in revising. And by revision, I mean that you need to check कि जो questions को you have marked for review later. So have you attempted those questions? Or if there were few questions that you have marked which were difficult, you couldn't answer, try to answer those questions. But these answering should not be out of luck. It should be only based on knowledge. So to sum up the second point, when you are attempting test in your coaching center or when you are attempting test in your home, always keep a clock and always see to it that you are managing your time properly. एक routine set कर लो कि half an hour में you need to be attempting these many questions. By 45 minutes, you must have attempted these many questions. By 1 hour, you must have attempted these many questions. And always try to do this whenever you are taking any exam. Because when you try this over and over again, this is the same practice when you are attempting the final exam. So practice time management over and over again and properly, which will avoid anxiety, which will avoid negative mark. Point number 3 is presence of mind and not careless guessing. पहली बात तो guess करना ही नहीं है. Only attempt answers, only attempt those questions, the answer to which you are very much confident. Because in the exam, if you are attempting questions based on guesswork, then better next year की तैयारी अभी से start कर दो. Now, most of the times what happens is that many students, A, due to stress, and most importantly, B, due to overconfidence, they answer easy questions incorrectly. And this is an unpardonable mistake because these mistakes is gonna cost you your entire year of preparation. So it is very important to focus on the question that is lying in front of you. In the exam, when you are attempting the question, only think about the question that you are attempting. Now, हो सकता है ऐसा questions कुछ होंगे that you don't know the answer to, और देयर माइट बी फ्यू क्वेश्चंस जिसमें कंफ्यूजन है, ऑप्शंस में कंफ्यूजन है, 2 ऑप्शंस में कंफ्यूजन है, 3 ऑप्शंस में कंफ्यूजन है. डोंट थिंक अबाउट दोज क्वेश्चंस नाउ. Those questions you have already marked for review later, so those questions you will be reviewing later. लेकिन अभी the question that is lying in front of you, only focus on that question, and not only the question, focus on the options as well. See, exam में ना इतना time you won't get so much of time कि once you have marked all the questions and then you are rechecking whether you have marked properly or not. इतना time नहीं मिलेगा. So question पढ़े, read each and every options properly, and before marking, before making a choice, ask yourself whether this is the correct option or not. The fourth point is understand the question paper carefully. And even more importantly, read the question carefully. I keep screaming to all the students कि सही से पढ़ो, पूरा क्वेश्चंस अच्छे से पढ़ो, ध्यान लगा के पढ़ो, and only then you try to attempt the question. Because when you are reading the question lightly, you have read the question, अच्छा, I know the answer. अरे ठीक से पढ़ो भाई. The question is asking do not. The question is asking all except. You might have solved that MCQ, you might be knowing that topic properly, but chances are that you might have missed all except. You might have missed do not words. Even if you know the correct option, the answer will be different. So make sure you're not making any of these kind of silly mistakes in your exam, because this is one of the primary reasons why most of the students end up getting negative marks. The fifth and the last point is minimize your stress. Now what happens after getting the question paper, many students, they freak out. They start panicking inside the examination hall, and that creates stress, and stress is not good for your score. One basic thing that you need to understand and always keep reminding yourself is that these exams, these competitive exams are designed to be difficult. They are not easy. अगर ये easy होता तो हर कोई crack कर रहा होता. So these exams are by nature difficult. But what you need to make yourself understand is that it is not designed difficult only for you. These exams are difficult for everyone. If this paper is easy for everyone, it will be easy for you as well. And if this paper is difficult for you, then this paper is also difficult for everyone. So if these lines help, then the first thing that you need to do is calm yourself down and do not panic inside the exam hall. And after 1 minute of relaxing and taking deep breath, start answering the question and focus on one question at a time. And if you want to know how many correct answers you should be attempting to qualify the exam, or how many questions you should be guessworking, then I have already made a video on that. You can find the link of that video in the description. And lastly, remember that on that day, there will be thousands and thousands of students who will rely on luck while answering. But the clever ones will rely on their knowledge. Let me know how you like the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.